Can I just tell you something? Finally broke down and bought another pair of shoes today. I'm going to tell you why that's really kind of a big deal. But I'll also tell you how I kind of framed it as something kind of interesting. Hi, my name is Monica. I am a retired woman, 70 years old, living in a simple little town in central Virginia. And I like to go walking in my little downtown area. That's where I live. However, the streets are more cobblestone, or the sidewalks are more cobblestone than they are even. So it's becoming a challenge. And of course, I want to make sure I don't trip and fall and the great hip fall. You know what I'm saying? So for months, I didn't go walking because I bought a pair of shoes that was advised that I should buy. Really wide toe, box on it because I have super wide feet. I'm an old Cajun from Louisiana, so I have no sole, I have flat. And I bought these shoes, and it has been like going to war to put these shoes on. They're miserable, they're difficult, they're uncomfortable. I had to buy new inner soles, I had to buy heel grips. I even bought a shoehorn to get these damn shoes. And what happened is it became such an ordeal to put the shoes on that I just forget about it. I would come up with any excuse in the world to keep from going for my walk because the ordeal of just putting the shoes on was just so miserable. Has that ever happened to you or on any other thing? I mean, I would feel that way about just going to a doctor, but and that's the thing. I'm perfectly healthy. I take no medications. I'm very pleased about that. But I have been taking care of my health since my early 30s. So I'm reaping what I sowed. And I'm grateful for that. But in the meantime, I want to maintain that. I want to not get worse. You know what I mean? Who knows? I might even improve at least a few pounds. Here I am on the Friday night talking to you about removing friction. And here's what I mean by that. It seemed to me that putting the shoes on was becoming a piece of contention, a piece of friction in my everyday life. And I sure don't need that. I sure don't want that. Say I'm retired, but I actually work full time on my Substack. I have a nice following of women over 60 that follow my Substack, about 7,000. And I feel very honored to have them as subscribers, but I also feel like I want to give them my best. I try to show up frequently and give them my best. To talk about things that matter to us at our age, finding new ways to express ourselves, to talk about how to remove friction from your life, talk about how to discover what used to fascinate you when you were a kid. So it's pretty important to me that I keep everything else in my life up, that I stay healthy, that I do more than maintain. I don't like the word maintain. It's like a maintenance man for an apartment complex. I don't want to maintain. I want to continue to grow, expand, and enjoy things I haven't even figured out I want to enjoy yet. That's kind of a big deal to me, actually. But anyway, I digress. I came on here to talk about removing friction from your life. Here's what I'm coming up with. When I realized that all I had to do was buy another pair of shoes. No, it's simple as it sounds. Like, duh, just buy another pair of shoes. But to be honest with you, in the economics of our country, I'm pretty reluctant to spend anything other than groceries, utilities, the basic things I have to have every month. I'm not excited about any extra expenditures because everything is unstable, is the word that comes to mind. So I allowed myself to buy the shoes because I considered it to be pretty important. And as soon as I did that, I could feel the relief head to toes, like my body exhaled. Weird, I know, but that's how I operate. I tend to think about things in terms of satisfaction, relief, excitement, expansion. And I thought about buying the shoes. And once I hit send and make this purchase now, the whole body relaxed. Oh, we're not going to fight the shoes anymore. And that was pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to those shoes arriving next week and getting back to my little walking project. I even bought a selfie stick. I might start doing some videos for my walks, which is kind of why I bought the selfie stick. Couldn't think about it. Forgot all about that. It's a Friday night. It's pouring down raining here. By the way, I'm only just a few hours from DC. If we're getting the weather, it's pretty good that DC's either going to get it later or sooner. I'm not sure which, but it'll be interesting to see what happens in DC this weekend. Anyway, that's just kind of what's going on in the life of a 70-year-old on a Friday night with pouring down rain and lightning and thunderstorms. And I'm thinking it's time for a good book. Or maybe it's time to get back to that. Not sure. What do you guys think about that? What can I call that? I have no idea what it wants to be just yet. I'm just playing with paint for right now. And you know what? Playtime's kind of a cool experience. I'm not obligated to make anything happen. I just enjoy allowing it to come through me. And it comes out to be something, and somebody wants it in their house, and that's a sweet thing too. It's kind of cool. I like it. Anyway, I removed the friction of the shoes. I need to remove the friction of the dishes. Did anybody else besides me detest unloading a dishwasher? I mean, really, I I will find everything in the world to do to keep from walking in that kitchen, unloading that dishwasher. I can't stand it. And I've turned it into a form of exercise. I make myself do deep knee bends every kind of. I have to go all the way down to the bottom rack and pull stuff up. So I get a series of exercises out of it, but I still resist it. And maybe there's some friction in there. That's some information I need to figure out. So that's what I'm doing this weekend. I'm going to be a detective and check out where all the friction is in my life that I put there myself, which means I can take it away myself. Kind of like that idea. That's kind of cool. Anyway, Friday night. Hope you're having a good Friday night wherever you are in the world. Later, guys.